A Plaguelands Media production.
Hey everyone, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another graphic novel review today. Today I'm looking at another Batman One Bad Day story. This is, of course, Bane. Fantastic art. Bane is one of my favorite characters, although he never used to be. It's just since I've started reading and reviewing the Nightfall story that fleshed Bane out a lot more. I really like the depth that the character can go to. Now, this was a phenomenal story. It was a great read, and it's a great look at the villain of Bane. Now, One Bad Day suggests that the villain is going to have a bad day. When you get to that point, it is just a wonderful reveal. There is also a hint suggesting that this happens after Tom King's run on Batman, because it is alluded to that Alfred is dead. Those of you that don't know, in Tom King's run, Bane actually snapped Alfred's neck. Alfred has yet to be brought back in the comics. I don't think he ever will. I hope he doesn't. So this is going to be spoiler filled. If you don't want to know what happens, if you want to go read it for yourself, please go and pick it up. It was really fun with fantastic art, which you will see very shortly when I get into the next episode of...
Read a fucking book. 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 People.
So this is Batman One Bad Day Bane. We start with chapter 1. We see some pills, probably venom, a farmstead on fire, and then we come to this arena where it sounds like the voiceover at the beginning of a wrestling match. And we see it is indeed a wrestling match, and we have the challenger is the Bat, someone dressed up to be a little like Batman, and then we have the opponent coming in to the ring, and it is Bane. So this is in Mexico. You can see Bane has his wrestling belt there, his old mask. And then we get the fight. Now, what I loved about these two pages is the fight is interspersed with Bane's kind of history that's all done in silence, from when he was born to when he fought Batman during the Nightfall storyline. You can see Bane has basically heavily wounded this guy, and then he picks him up and snaps his back. The guy's like, I can't feel my legs. Everyone's chanting Bane's name. Then we see Bane in the locker room, and the wrestler comes in and is like, it was a pleasure working with you. I really loved doing it. So the whole thing was fake. Bane is headed back to his car when his manager is like, these girls want to spend the night with you, and Bane's like, forget about it. He goes back to his mansion where he's in darkness. He's all alone, really just a shell of a man that he once was. You can see his greatest triumph there over the mantle. And then he hears someone sneaking into his house. He basically stops the boy. The boy is there to sell him venom. At this point, we find out that there is no more venom left in the world, or so we think. This boy actually has a vial of it, and Bane is like, where did you get this? This farm that I work for, I managed to grab a sample and fuck off. And Bane takes it from him, tells him a bit of the story about Dr. Randolph Porter, who invented the venom for military experiments to create some sort of like super soldier. How he basically took his own stash and ended up dying. Bane throws it into the fire, and the kid is like, "What the fuck, man? You know how hard it was to get that stuff here?" And Bane's like, "You're going to take me to this farmstead, and you're going to show me exactly where they are making this shit." Then we go to Gotham City with Batman. Batman is basically searching for Venom. So this is kind of a flashback sequence. Bane is telling the kid the story. Bane is also trying to take out the Venom supplies. He asks Batman, "Do you want to team up?" And Batman is like, "No fucking way." He's like, "Is this still about Alfred, dude? Come on, get over it." The boy can't believe it. Can't believe the story. The guy's like, "Well, how did you get kind of caught up in this?" And he was like, "My dad was a drug dealer, and then he owed them money, and then I got sucked into the debt." And he's like, "I just wanted a new life, that's all." So they managed to get to the farmstead. We see Bane talking about him and Batman going around the world together, taking out the stores of Venom. They finally come back to Gotham, where they find a lab where the Venom is being produced, and they find a new big bad, this guy by the name of Grudge. Now, Grudge can basically infuse Venom into anyone just by touching them. So they fight, because back in the day, when Venom was first introduced in the comics, a little girl was killed. Batman wasn't fast enough to save this girl, and so he got Venom from Dr. Porter, hoping to become bigger and better and stronger, but in actual fact, he got addicted to it, and then he had to wean himself off of it. So it was a whole big story thing. So he's saying to Bane, "Listen, if this guy touches me, I won't be able to shake the effects of the Venom." All the thugs are Venom infused, and the battle kind of rages on. So they get to this outcropping back in the present day, and they watch the farmstead. And the kid says, "Listen, there's going to be less guards at night, so we'll just wait here." And Venom continues his story. Bane, continues his story of the fight against Grudge, where Grudge touches Batman. Batman tells Bane, "You've got to release the EMP, blow up the bat plane. That will destroy all the reserves of Venom. These are the last ones." Bane doesn't want to do it, but ultimately he does, and tells the kid, "That's how Batman died, saving my life." Bane almost has a mutual respect for Batman now at this point, but he believes Bane is dead. As they are waiting, the people from the farm come up and capture both of them. Bane has a vision of his mother, and when he wakes up, the thugs have him tied to a chair and are basically beating the shit out of him. And they've got, they're kind of taunting him, and they let slip that the master of the whole operation is there. And Bane was like, "That's all I needed to know. I knew you'd slip up." Breaks free of his bonds and just goes vicious on these guys, just killing them. They stab him in the back, but he pulls the knife out, continues on until he finds the mastermind behind everything, and it is Dr. Randolph Porter, the guy that invented Venom. Porter describes how Batman becomes addicted to it, and does his little monologue thing. He wants Bane for testing. He says, "We can make a better strain of Venom. You're the key to it." And he starts fighting. This was a little odd. These tiny little panels here. I'm not a fan of that. But during the fight, like Dr. Porter is now like juiced up on venom, and he manages to do to Bane what Bane did to Batman, and that is snap his back. He's got the kid basically tied up to a machine. He's going to inject him with the venom drug, but Bane gets back up again, because what Porter doesn't realize is that Bane can heal quickly. Porter offers the kid the venom drugs, but the kid says, fuck you, smashes them. Porter ends up shoving them down his throat. He's about to kill him when Bane jumps in, because as Bane says, I can heal quicker, I can heal better. They end up blowing up the farmstead, which we saw at the very beginning, and Bane gets the kid out. We have news reports of the fire, and then Bane is in a hospital bed and he gets a visit from Batman, who is still alive, of course. Bane wants to fight Batman. They made an agreement when all the venom in the world was gone. Bane and Batman would fight with no venom in Bane's system, and the better man would obviously win. And he wants Batman to fight him. But Batman is like, no, you did a good thing, as much as I hate to admit it. Now you've got to go out there and you've got to keep doing good things. And Venom admits that his one bad day is the day that he broke Batman's back, because nothing he has done since then has been able to top that moment, the exhilaration of that feeling of knowing he broke the bat. And that was his one bad day, which I thought was just so freaking perfect. He goes back to his home. He takes the boy under his wing, packs up his stuff, and they drive off, burning the monument to his victory in the fireplace. That is one bad day. We get our variant covers, of course, just wonderful. Some costume designs, and some black and white pages as well. I thoroughly enjoyed this story. I liked the humanizing of Bane. I like how the character of Bane isn't just a brute thug. He's also super intelligent, but now he has this moral code. And he and Batman teaming up to get rid of the Venom. I would have loved that as a comic series. I don't know if they ever did that. I don't think they did. But just a wonderful, wonderful addition to the One Bad Day collection. So if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos. Follow us on all the platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Amazon. Check out our stuff. Ian Van Gammett has some new painting videos up on a brand new affiliated Playglands Media channel on YouTube. I will link that in the description below. Please go and check it out. You are going to love what he's doing there. But until next time, everyone, stay safe. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And of course, read a fucking book, people.